Good morning, Saints. Happy Friday. Made it to the end of the week, right? This month is flying. Time is flying. I know I'm not the only one that's been noticing it, but it seems like these days and months are right really zipping by. So we need to be aware of that and make the most of our time, right? And speaking of that, I pray that everybody started their day off saying thank you to the Lord and giving Him His 5 minutes at least a day, right? And so I had a thing in mind this morning. That's all I'm gonna require for those who watch this devotional. You don't have to leave a like, comment, or you don't have to subscribe. But I do ask that you at least give the Lord 5 minutes of your time today as as uh as gratitude for these devotionals. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ask. If you would at least do that much for me, and you be doing it for yourself, and that's all I ask as in return for the work that I put in for these devotionals. That's it, and that's all. I think that's a fair ask, right? So I'm excited about this one. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been up since 2:30 this morning. I've been biting at the chomp, at the bit since yesterday on this particular subject, and so I've been up since 2:30 this morning, and my heart is so full over this that I don't even know how I'm gonna get through it. Right? I'm so scatterbrained about the whole thing because I'm passionate about this whole subject matter. Right? And and so, fellas, it's two things. It is two things in this world that we have to be focused on, right? The number one thing you should absolutely be focused on, first and foremost, is your relationship and your walk with the Lord. That comes before anything. You don't let nothing come between that. Not even yourself, not your job, not your desires, not your woman, not nothing. Nothing should come before your walk of faith, your relationship with the Lord. That's primary. It all starts from there, right? And then second, our our relationship with women. Oh, that's a big one. And we know, men of God, that a woman has been a man's kryptonite since Adam and Eve. It's just the truth. And if you don't have a clear understanding of who you are as a man of God, and if you don't know how to choose wisely a woman to be your wife, you will be you will be setting yourself up for a headache and heartache. That is a fact. There is not a man on this earth that hasn't experienced this with women, right? And what I'm so passionate about this for is because when it comes to women, I have experience. Absolutely. So I could I feel like I got a master's degree. I have a doctorate when it comes to dealing with women, right? And so I'm real passionate about this, and I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from faith, and so yeah, and I really want to empower us as men to choose wisely the women that we spend time with, or that we choose to see as a future wife to start a family with. This is so important, man, because the wrong choice of woman could derail you, could to just destroy everything that you work so hard to build. For sure. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this at all, right? And so, trying to get into this thing, oh man, this one is tough because there's so much I want to cover, and I know I'm not going to be able to do it all today, and I don't want to make these devotionals. I'm trying to. I want to be able to keep it within 20 minutes. I feel that's fair for a morning devotional. So I at least want to keep them within 20 minutes. It seems long, right? But I could go on for longer, way longer than that. But this is just a devotional, and so we're gonna get this thing started. It's gonna be a new series, 5 traits of a godly woman. Just 5 different characteristics men you should be looking for, right? And you're gonna learn to look past the outer person of the woman. Look past the costume. Look past the costume. Look past the personality, because all that is artificial, right? We're gonna be looking for character. That's what you want to look for, man. You want to look for character out of a woman, right? If she lacks character, she is not for you. She is for the streets, okay? So, I want to start it off like this. Uh, 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 we're gonna be since we know as saints there's the kingdom of darkness, which the devil rules, and then there's the kingdom of light, which God rules and reigns. But God is sovereign over all, right? No one understand that, right? But the devil does have his position and his authority in this fallen world. Okay, there is that kingdom, right? It don't take no rocket scientists to see that. And so, therefore, always keep that in mind. You got the kingdom of darkness and you got the kingdom of light, right? And so, when it comes to women, I'm trying to keep this thing real simple. And so, you have a traditional woman and you have this new modern woman. The modern woman, she is in the kingdom of darkness. Absolutely. 100%. And then the traditional woman, we're gonna put her in the kingdom of light. Okay? So we're gonna have that distinction, men of God, for you to be able to pay attention to. Because they are two different women with two different mindsets, two different goals, two different purposes. There's night as day. And once you see this through these five traits, you'll be equipped to be able to tell the difference between the traditional woman and the modern woman. The traditional woman, she is a product of traditional values from Christianity. The modern woman, she is a product of feminism, which is a demonic ideology. The more and more I get into this, the more I see how feminism came from the depths of hell. It really has. The whole idea of feminism, they try to cloak it and oh, it's women's equal rights. That's how the devil do. He's subtle. We're gonna make this look like a real sweet piece of candy. Oh, it's got good, but it's poison. Okay, that's how feminism has destroyed femininity, and the whole purpose of feminism was the worship of women. The modern woman does not worship God; she worships herself. The traditional woman, she worships God. And as men of God, that's the woman you want, okay? Because from my experience, trust me, you cannot make a woman happy. Let me say that again, fellas. You will not make a woman happy. Period. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how cool and funny you think you are. I don't care how much you think you just throwing it down in the bedroom. All that fades, and she gonna get bored and want more. You better know and understand that. That's why the modern woman who worships herself, she is a whore. I'ma just say it, okay? She's never satisfied. It's never enough. It never will be enough because she is a godless creature of the kingdom of darkness. Period. You need to know and understand that. And that's not hating on women. That's calling it out for what it is. But the traditional woman, she knows that her satisfaction, her fulfillment is not going to come from you as a man because you're incapable of fulfilling that need. It's going to come from a relationship with the Lord. So godly, man, you want a woman who is a godly woman who gets her satisfaction, her fulfillment, her happiness, her joy from her relationship with the Lord, just like we do as well. Okay? We shouldn't look for a woman to make us happy or a woman to be our source of joy or a woman to be our source of happiness. See, that's what the modern woman wants you to worship her for. If you worship her enough, then she may make you feel good for the moment. If you worship her enough, she may let you experience a little joy. You see how that works? But for a traditional woman who finds her joy and happiness, her fulfillment from serving and worshiping the Lord, just as we do as men, then you are compatible. It works. Okay? But okay, so we're gonna make that distinction over this series. It's 5 points. The 5 traits of a godly woman, which we're gonna make. It's gonna be. I'm gonna start tomorrow. This is like a prelude, right? Just to set the tone for this series that's coming up, and so for the overall thing, man, we attract, we don't chase. I'm gonna say that again. Attract, Don't chase. Even the Bible talks about that in Proverbs 31:3. And I found that, I like that, Proverbs 31:3, because I'm a Detroiter, born and raised. And you know, that's the 313. So this is easy to remember. Proverbs 31:3, right? And that says, it's in the Bible, fellas. I'm going to give it to you. And the Bible says, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. Right? Go check it out in other translations if you like. I always use the King James, but essentially that does say, men, don't chase women. Do not chase after a woman. Do not give a woman your strength. Right? Do not. Let me read that again for you. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. So, men of God, we don't chase women, we attract. Okay, I really want to set the tone for the next 5 days, and that's what it's going to be. We attract, we don't chase. Do not chase after a woman. See, that's what the modern woman wants you to do. They don't want you to chase after her. That's why they spend so much time and money trying to make themselves look desirable, and they are the least desirable. But for the foolish man, he'll chase after that. It's the bait and switch. He think he getting something, but he's not, right? And so, as men of God, we don't chase after them kind of women. We attract the godly women by being godly men. You attract that which you are. Okay? If you want a woman who loves the Lord, then you be a man who loves the Lord. If you want a woman who's kind and patient and gentle, you be the godly man who's kind and patient and gentle. You will attract that kind of a woman. The laws of attraction, the world even understands that, right? And so I'm gonna end this by just saying my qualifications, okay? And it's not boasting or bragging, but it's just to show that I know what I'm talking about when it comes down to this, okay? Even now, just recently, I met a lady not too long ago. She's what 22, 23 years younger than me, right? And she just told me yesterday, we've been communicating, that even though I'm a lot older, that she does not mind. She is very attracted to me, okay? Now it went from being neighborly to being friendly to now tomorrow we're gonna get together and spend some time together, right? And I'm not gonna tell you what I had where I'm taking her and what we're going to be doing, right? Because I am very intentional. So it's all about character for me. I don't lead with money. I lead with purpose, right? And I'm not even spending time with her or entertaining, spending time with her or just getting to know her for the purpose of being in a relationship. It's not even that, right? I'm really. Uh, I'm really entertaining the whole purpose of spending time with her just to see if she's even qualified to be a friend, to be even worth my time or even knowing. Because I want to be able to pick her brain as her being in her age and in this day and age to be able to help with just everything that I'm about as a man, right? And so, but she's a good person. She's a good girl so far. You know, but she's a single mother with kids, and as a man, I'm definitely not trying to go into that route, right? And so there is that. And even at my age and situation, I still attract women. It's been like that all my life. Okay, even when I was in prison, I got sent from Leavenworth because I got caught dealing with a female staff member. They sent me from Leavenworth to Beaumont, Texas, on a disciplinary transfer. So yes, so I've always had that. I don't want to call it a gift, but it just women have always been attracted to me. So I've never had a problem having women in my life. And there's a pro and a con to that, because in my younger years, I didn't value women because they always came so easy to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I wasn't, I didn't value women in my younger years. As I do now, I see the real value of a woman now in my older years, right? So that just comes from being mature, right? So I'm just saying, fellas, when it comes down to being with women and having a relationship with women and going through everything that we as men are gonna have to go through and deal with women, because I've been through it all. I'm talking about the sucker stroking, the jealousy fits. I've been through it all. Right? And so I'm so thankful now that I'm at my wise old age now, that where You know, I just moved totally different now when it comes to dealing with these women. You know, I value them more for one thing, but then at the same time, I know who I am, and I will not let nothing come in between my purpose and my peace at all, right? And so, and then I know about attracting and not chasing. I've never chased after a woman, fellas, and never have ever been in need of one. So if I could ever get impart anything to you starting off, is that stop chasing after a woman. We don't do that as men. Don't, right? You attract, you don't chase. All right, so that's all I'm gonna start. I'm gonna end with that for today and tomorrow. Like I said, I'm gonna be spending some time with my new lady friend. It's not nothing serious like that. We're just getting to know each other. You know, she's cool. Got beautiful red hair, and I've always had a thing for red hairs, right? So that kind of helped. But and then Sunday, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about where I invited her to and the purpose behind it and how that went, right? And so I'm being very intentional about this thing, and I want to share the journey in that with you. Okay. All right, so thank you for joining me for this morning's devotional. Like I said, tomorrow we'll start with the 5 traits of a godly woman. This was just like a prelude, just to get just to get warmed up in this thing and set the tone. And it's about attraction and not chasing, fellas. Okay, so have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you for watching. And like I said, if you got any value out of this devotional this morning, all I ask is that you spend 5 minutes in time with the Lord, and that's all I ask. If you would do that kindly for me, you would be doing yourself a service, right? Thank you for watching, and have a blessed and wonderful day. And let's be light and let's be salt.